you're not stacked up and ready to fight. It's like right there. Purple has the bigger stack, so he doesn't mind walking into Torch. So, 2 minutes left to go. I think Purple has this in the bag. Torch has managed to pick up 3 telefrags, which is actually pretty impressive, all things considered. I think Purple needs to learn how to dodge those teleporters a bit more. He needs to not stand on those spawns. And Rar,
so,
you might want to just remind everyone to not watch the stream when we're casting. Oh, impotent rocket launcher. Now see, your Purple's gonna go cut him off.
I think you forgot to click.
Yeah. There we go. And you can see how, Purple knows whenever Torch is gonna be predictable. Like he'll catch him on that side of the map and go, okay, he's going over to that side. I'll wait and catch him right here. Yeah, so that was just Purple reading his opponent, knowing the teleporters, knowing the timing, and he catches Torch pretty much right as he picks up a weapon, which by that time it's way too late. Purple's already tracking his own LG as Torch picks up one of his own. So really solid play by Purple. And right now we're seeing a 10 frag difference between these two guys with about 40 seconds left to go. Now see, there's an example of Torch running into a room, not checking for sound cues, and he just gets destroyed. So. So the last Mega is about to spawn, and Purple will probably drop in on it. There's predictable movement there by Torch, so Purple just lines up the pair of rocket shots and gets frag 25. Here's 26, maybe. But still really well stacked. I mean, Purple has, we haven't really talked about it much, but he has been running the items quite well. So that'll pick up round number 2 and map number 2 and round 1 for Purple. And now we move on to the next contestant, which I believe we have it waiting in the wings.
Yeah, our next match is going to be with Alas and Quasimodo. And we do already have the map picks. Alas has Campgrounds, Quasi picked House of Decay, and the tiebreaker is going to be Lost World. So, yeah, I've never heard of somebody actually listening to this stream while they were playing. That's not going to work too well, huh?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, Torch was saying, it won't help him win, but it will help him learn. And I could see how, that might be useful a little bit. I mean, I would say a VOD is far more useful than trying to incorporate that information while you play. But still, that's all right. I mean, it's just a beginner's cup. It's not like not like there are big prizes on the line or something like that.
Torch messaged me and he said, for the record, I was only listening on the second match after I knew I'd lost. I wanted to see if you guys were talking shit.
Alright, we're going live in 2, guys. Here we go. Quasimodo versus Alas. We're going to watch Quasi out of the gate. Now, in this spawn, this is a really rough spawn. Going up the stairs is kind of a weird thing. He got lucky to not get caught out by a rocket. A lot of times you want to go straight for that LG, and so you'll at least have weapons in case your opponent makes a bit of a mistake. If they drop in for Mega, then you can try to anticipate that and barrel ass over to RA, because that means they don't have RA yet. So Quasimodo gets a little bit lucky. RA gets picked up for the second time of the match. Alas is pretty well stacked, and he hasn't chosen to pick a fight. He does miss out on Mega. He was late by about a second, maybe 2. And so Quasi is now doing pretty well. Alas is defending with rockets, and he has the upper hand here because of position. So nice work by Alas, and he should double back for RA after doing a little peek shot. This is weird. He's going to lose red. No, he doesn't. Quasi's already over at the yellow. And timing's off between both of them. Quasi now has a chance to back into RA if he's quick. And Alas goes for YA. So they're actually kind of even. If you take a look at, actually now Quasi's a little bit better off. Now, especially with the Mega, he can just go in for a kill. As long as he doesn't get caught close range with that shotgun, he's good. There we go. That's a kill. Just go in for it. Yeah. Nice frag there. That's nice first blood for Quasi. Alas turns it around though, Fear. I would say that, you know, we haven't seen any rail guns. Now here, Alas should know, yeah, he shouldn't even be looking for this shot. He should be going to get position on Mega. He doesn't have that. So he's actually getting away kind of luckily
give it up to Quasi.
Yeah. But he's still not out of this. You know, he's got 100 armor. You know, he's not doing too bad. He should be looking for a railgun and in order to do damage against red armor, which should be picked up right about now. Let's go see where Quasi went. Oh, Quasi's still over near yellow without any armor, so this is actually really big for Alas. Oops. Don't burn off the armor just yet, Alas. You're going to need it in the next fight in about 5 seconds. Oof. Yeah, so Quasi, without armor. I would say that right there, that was a good time to go get Railgun for Alas, but maybe, you know, I've noticed that like a lot of newer players, they're not comfortable with the Railgun, or it's all they use. It's kind of a weird thing, but it, you know, it happens.
Yeah.
I would say Quasi should definitely be looking for a railgun right now because it's going to be, well, that rocket and a railgun would be his biggest way back into this. Now this is going up strong. It's kind of weird. He can still, he needs to get one big, really big rocket right here. He's not getting it though, so he's going to die. And there's Mega. But yeah, I think switching up and trying to use rail, like maybe if he had softened Alas up by maybe 1 or 2 railgun shots, that would have been a really easy fight to take. The issue that I'm seeing with Quasi, other than Alas losing him in that firefight, is that that's a nice rocket, great rocket there.
Nice.
It is that he's taking fights really close, even when he shouldn't be taking them. And this is something for beginners to learn, which is get a railgun and become that jackass that just shows up 2 pixels around the edge of a corner, takes a shot, and never gets seen again. Like, you know, seriously, like you have to learn how to do that. And you know, like Quasi's disappeared here for a few seconds. Now, if he drops in, this is a mistake. He could have stayed up and done more damage. He might get, yeah, he did get red. He might win this now, but I mean, he suffered so much. He could have stayed up with a few more seconds and then waited to drop in right as red spawned. Part of that's just not knowing the timing, but see, now he's cut off and he's going to get fragged. Yeah, nice aggression by Alas.
Yeah, like Bruce was saying on that rail, you could be that duelist that nobody likes. You know, the one that pops out and does the random damage that just leaves you pretty much crippled on your toes the whole time, or your heels your whole time. Because yeah, I mean, if you're running for red and you get nailed by some random rail or some rocket splash, that completely changes your game plan because you gotta go find some health, some armor, whatever. But armor is gonna be your best friend, and we've seen Alas do a good job really controlling the armors here. I don't think either one of them has necessarily a timing on the armor, but I'd say Alas has a better idea of when the armors are going to be, and it kind of incorporates it into his.
There you go. There's a big rail. Now Alas is screwed. Like if Quasi doesn't give Alas an easy rocket shot, there it is. There's a frag. So very nice. Now this is dangerous to muscle in for this. He's going to have a hard time getting out of here. Now he should. Yeah, he's going to lose out on Mega due to positioning, but he's smart to not rush in. So this is actually good. He's doubling back. He hasn't lost the frag yet, so it's within 3. Oh, Alas hears it though. Long range, and he can't get away from the shotgun. Yeah, so a little bit of indecision for Quasi to exit, but now he's got Alas stuck in the corner. Oh, lucky that Alas had an LG. That was a nice weapon switch.
Pro tip number 1 when using the LG: don't jump.
Yeah. Nice plasma there.
Ooh,
now here, Mega's up and Quasi doesn't know it. So he's actually, oh, he's lucky to double back on it without it being gone. And with red coming up in 5, it should be the place where he's taking his claim, but he should stay up here. Yeah, see, so he's going to eat 2 rails, possibly. Yeah, he eats 1. But he didn't have to eat any. And whoops, I don't know, a little bit of a hitch there.